You're not that good of a player, you're just carried by Xiaoyu. Now, this is a pretty ignorant statement that gets used quite a bit. You can replace Xiaoyu with any other character in the game, or any other non-bottom tier character in fighting games, and chances are someone who plays that character has been told that. For example, you're not that good of a player, you're just carried by a fucking Majin Buu.
Ooh! Sussy baka.
Hey, y'all little sussy bakas are gonna make me act up.
In the online context, the term carried means that this player climbs ranks using flowchart strats on inexperienced players. This flowchart is usually something that can be easily countered, but it will catch new players or people that don't know the matchup. For example, Lily is evasive, so let's say a player got Fujin by doing 1-2 sidestep Matterhorn.
Oh, really?
Now you'd say, nobody at that rank is gonna fall for that, but remember, Tekken's point and loss gain are only even at Fujin and above. You can one and done everyone to Fujin and then cherry pick your opponents after that. So when people say shit like rank doesn't matter, there's some truth to it. Tangent aside, what about abusing those flowcharts? Okay, let's say you are a typical salty Jin player. You're losing to Xiaoyu, doing AOP flips and shit, and you're just sitting there like,
Wowing so OP I can't even hit her, she's just twerking in the neutral.
The solution to this is to just hit the lab. There's no way around it. Get in training mode, look at some replays, and figure out what Oki Vortex you were losing to.
Ring makes you have to figure out the options you need to deal with her spam that's not honest Tekken.
If Tekken was an honest game, then it would be a staring contest and the only move you can do is a one jab. But it would be banned in tournaments because you can't punch people in the middle of staring contest. Check the rules in the Smash.gg sign up page. Yeah, certain characters make you lab more than others, it is what it is. Does that mean the person who uses that character is carried? That sounded like a rhetorical question, but I'm gonna answer it.
It's okay, man.
It's okay, man.
I don't care, man.
The very nature of Xiaoyu, Hwoarang, Lei, and other characters that offer a lot of options and basically have their whole move list specialized in certain aspects of the neutral means that if they can get going, the players can just force you through a bunch of knowledge checks. More often than not, this playstyle goes unpunished for quite a bit. I mean, if they work, then why stop doing it? Yeah, I know it develops bad habits, but random Andy in the Tekken Zaibatsu Discord telling you to stop using Snake Edge because it's a bad move does not provide the positive reinforcement of having Snake Edge land versus other new players. In my opinion, starting out with these characters is completely fine, because eventually you will hit a wall where you start running into players that know about your bullshit. If back then you could abuse Link's Snake Edge because nobody could see it, now you are up against dudes that will block it, hit you with a delayed hop kick, into max damage, into wall, into some go-go gadget Oki setup, and then maybe you'd realize, I don't think Snake Edge is very good.
I'm learning. Aw, way to go, Ralph.
Yes, masarap yung back one, bro. Most especially when it hits, and it always usually hits in this matchup because Hwoarangs don't know how to deal with it. That's why a lot of Hwoarangs deem this the bad matchup when in reality it isn't. It's an over-exaggeration of the Steve Hwoarang matchup. It's just because the Hwoarang players are just really bad at neutral and defense. No joke.
Cases like the typical online Hwoarang with no defense, or the online Ling that can't block, that are hard-stuck Fujin with 3,000 wins, are so common because they haven't adapted to this new change in skill. They don't have a backup plan for when their flowcharts stop working and have simply stagnated because of that. Being carried is not really reliant on character choice in my opinion. It's a refusal to adapt because some players can't let go of the past positive reinforcement. So instead of improving, man took to Twitter and blamed the beasts. And let me tell you, there's a lot of Julia players on Twitter.
What? She isn't good. She just bloated with good moves. So you're saying if a character has hella good moves, Like, hella good moves. She's not good. Yo, Sean, pass that shit over here too, because I need to be high to understand this logic. There are characters with just like 3 good moves. And they're fucking broken.
Of course, not everything I said is always true. I mean, the balancing in Tekken 7 is so dumb. Like, some characters are just fucking fraudulent, dude. But hey, don't let that stop you, though.